Worry about it.
Okay, and I think we're live. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. It's a special night. It's a double-header night of live readings, and we got two of the best readers in the industry tonight. Literally, I'm excited about it. We already had people donate, so that's great. And tonight we have with us Breakaway Ray. And he's going to bring that holiday energy, and we're going to be talking about timeline shifts and real-time intuition and, a little bit of Black Friday stuff and Thanksgiving, and we'll throw it all in. He's going to be doing live readings tonight. I just wrote, tonight we're kicking off Thanksgiving Black Friday energy with Breakaway Ray, a.k.a. R. Snow, backed by popular demand for live psychic readings, timeline corrections, energy diagnostics, and intuitive clarity for the community. This is always a high-energy, high-accuracy night, and Black Friday amplifies the frequency anymore. If you need guidance, clearing, timeline insight, psychic support, answers to the big question, Ray goes in on these shows. Tonight is also a chance to support independent media and do what we work today. So you can links to donate are in the chat, and I can, I'll put them in again or whatever. And with all that said, I'd like to give him a big warm welcome back to the show. Ray, thanks so much for coming back on. How are you?
I'm doing great, Rob. Thanks for having me on. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to everybody in the United States and everyone else watching how much fun we're having all around the world. I've got some a short preparation of some thank yous I wanted to share, and I did a little craft. But if, Rob, you want to talk about some things real quick before my very brief presentation, that sounds cool to me. I know you saw that movie, Wicked 2, and you've had such training with occult cinema, especially with that gentleman. He's like a 33rd degree, somebody to the third. We've talked about him before. You know who I'm talking about. The guy always talks about the movies. So you've had extensive training, and you saw that new Wicked movie, and you just know a Wizard of Oz movie is going to have stuff to look at. So I'm glad you got a good chance to look at it. You got something exciting planned coming up with Indigo Angel.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you about that while Ray pulls up his presentation. Like I couldn't wait to put out the information because I was excited to break it down. I got with my AI. I'm going to admit I had the AI help me, but I did an amazing breakdown of Wicked 1 and 2. It's on my Substack for free, and then obviously I'm going to use that information, and Indigo Angel is going to present her information, and we're going to compare notes, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm telling you guys, we went really deep. Wait till you see what I did. Just go to my Substack and check it out. And I did a snippet of it on Facebook because I didn't have time to post it everywhere because I was coming here to do this. But I think it came out really good, and I'm proud of it. And I want you guys all to see it. So go over to my Substack. It's just Typical Skeptic Podcast on Substack, and check it out. And how was your Thanksgiving, Ray? What's going on?
Yeah, so my Thanksgiving was great, and this time around, because I'm not in the classroom, I got to do the craft that I usually do with my students. So I want to show you this. I did this craft on Star Card Podcast. I'm the host of Star Card Podcast, and so I'm showing you right here. There's like a turkey, and you color it, you cut it out, and then on the feather you write what you're thankful for. And what I did was I made some copies, and then I colored them in, and I want to show you. Because I'm so proud of my work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Sometimes I like to use the table downstairs, but I know everyone wants to look at me. But let's do it this way. Yeah, here we go. I'll slide this down, Rob, and then you guys can look at the turkey where I have all the messages written, and then I just have I've written a speech so that I could very quickly go over each one. So and then I'm ready to do whatever you want to do. I can't wait to throw tarot cards for everybody. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Yeah. All right, so let's check it out. There you go. Let's throw some light on it.
And guys, if you want a reading, put your name in the chat now. Anybody can. You don't have to donate to get a reading. If you donate, it helps out the channel because Ray lets me keep the proceeds, and that's very nice of him. So thank you, Ray. You're amazing.
Yeah.
You don't have to donate. Just put your name in the chat if you want a reading. If you want to donate, you can. It's no obligation, no sweat off my back. And let's just have a fun night. And then we have the Psychic Duck after this. So this is going to be an awesome night, guys. I'm glad you guys are all here. And, let's rock. I'm down for it, Ray. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so this is a turkey, and I picked 5 things to write about to say what I am thankful for. So I'm going to read them to you, and I'll stop after each one in case you want to comment or ask a question. But first of all, number 1, I am thankful for the legendary Rob Khalil, the Psychic Duck, Psychic Liz Cross, Julia Ankerhaven, and John Whitberg. I am thankful to Star Card Podcast viewers and subscribers. All of these people offered me support, wisdom, friendship, and an outstretched hand, which rescued me when I needed to be rescued. These people open up a new world for me. Thanks for befriending me, everybody. I appreciate it so much. That was number 1. Let me see which one that was.
That's amazing.
Right down there.
Thank you for mentioning me. That was great.
Oh, thanks for being you, Rob. I'm so happy to be here. Here's feather number 2. I am thankful for the collapse and conquest of the previous advanced civilizations. Yes, I am thankful for this. I am thankful because everything is such a mess down here on planet Earth that it gave me a chance to come down here and be awesome. I was getting bored of standing around and being awesome in the spirit world. And I think that's this one right here. That's right. That's number 2. Okay, here comes number 3. Number 3, I am thankful for people I used to think were friends. Thank you for the persistent and perpetual provocation and betrayal. This is what friendship is? Wow, it's just like family. Now I understand. When it comes time to count on someone, count on yourself. Gracias, amigos. Here you go. That's number 3.
I love
now,
that.
Number 4. I am thankful for experience. From the highs to the not so highs, to the lightest souffle of experiences like watching clouds, smiling, laughing, singing, dancing. I'm thankful for all kinds of epiphanies that pour into my mind like sunlight pouring through stained glass windows, shining inexpressibly lights of light onto my soul. From highlights like these to the richest, agonizingly intense adventures, whether they be passing the time writing and performing or the crushing boredom of an emergency room, I am thankful for the stupidest blunders of life that ruin everything, derail plans, and destroy it all. Everything. It ruins everything. I am thankful for the experience I can't get anywhere else but surface planet Earth. And then finally, here's my 5th feather. I am thankful for today. Yo, did I wake up today? Then I already won. What's done is done. Who knows what's to come? While I'm here, I'm going to pitch in and help out if I can. If I can help someone, what else could be more important? Was I just standing around in the spirit world during the life between lives, being an awesome, immortal, spiritual being before I was born? Then, hey, Coach Source, put me in so I can be born. Source, please let me be born so I can go and be awesome on Earth too. No point leaving me on the sidelines with that fat soul contract I signed. And let's all have a good time together while we're down here, everybody. What else is there to do? Let's all of us together be thankful every day. In ancient Rome, the motto was Carpe Diem, seize the day. And in the late 20th century United States, a vernacular battle cry was, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Thank goodness we could all take a day off to say thank goodness. Happy belated Thanksgiving, everyone. That's my turkey.
That was amazing, Ray. I love that. I was great. I really love that. I was awesome.
I think that just guaranteed me another spot on the Typical Skeptic podcast on Christmas Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sweet. All right.
So should we start with the readings? I guess. Let me see here. Renee. Sorry, I'm slipping over my words. I was trying to look and see if anybody's in the chat that wants a reading. Arizona Raven, she's been like a mom to my podcast. She's really nice. She donated for anybody who wants a reading but can't afford it. That would want, so if somebody wants a reading, I'll let Anchor Haven have that because Anchor Haven usually donates all the time. So I'll give Anchor Haven that reading. So Anchor Haven says, she'd like a reading, and so
All
there we
right.
go.
Very good. Good to see Julia again. I'm glad she probably just caught my thank you to her out loud live. That's great. Here you go, Julia. I was shuffling while Rob was talking there. Yeah, Julia is always in the audience at Star Card Podcast. It's so wonderful. She's a great support. All right, here we go, Julia. First up, the Emperor shows up. There's a control involved. Like, when you're sitting at the dashboard like Rob is right now hosting your podcast, Mystical Health and Wellness. I'm sorry if I misquoted that. Anyway, you are in charge. And then the Three of Swords shows up and says there's some kind of heartache involved. But I'd say, anything worthwhile, there's going to be some kind of friction. I mean, we all love, for example, everyone knows I'm not a parent, and I do believe Julia is one. Raising a child is wonderful. Nevertheless, sometimes they fall down and they skin their knee. We gotta embrace all those times together because we're the ones in charge. We're the ones deciding where to pay attention. Anyway, on to the third card. How wonderful. You follow the Three of Swords with the Sun card. All is well. Everything is great. Yeah, cool. And then the Page of Pentacles says you're all set to start with your new project. Let's read what it says on the Page of Pentacles. Let me get my glass. The Page of Pentacles, manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development, ambition, desire, and diligence. Yeah, you made a decision. It wasn't always an easy road, but look at the sunshine now. You really got something good going on there. And here's the last card, which says, ka-ching, it's the King of Pentacles. We might as well read these words to you. Wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, and generosity. I'd like to come upstairs very quickly and say, I really believe, if you ask the spirit world, when is this going to come in? The spirit world will say, it's right now. You are all those things. You have all those things. But of course, everybody's got the bank account on our mind. This guy's supposed to represent, some kind of real financial wealth also. But as far as the rest goes, the energy is there. That's what I say. So keep up the good work. You're influencing people. You're sharing information that's not shared in other places. So anyway, it's a pleasure, Julia. Thank you very much.
And Julia says thank you. She says thank you, Ray. That's very nice. And I love that reading for her. And the next one is Holland Sass Crystal, and she says, "Pull me a card." And I always love her avatar, that little heart with. It reminds me of the '80s for some reason. I don't know why. It reminds me of some of the cartoon characters from the '80s. I'm a big nostalgia person. I love the '80s and '90s, and I even love the '70s and '60s. I'm just a big nostalgia person.
Yeah. So, but I'm looking at the eyes in the cartoon character. Doesn't that remind you of Betty Boop a little bit?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what I was. Yeah, exactly. Holy shit! Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
All right, cool deal. While I'm thinking about Betty Boop, how about this card, Holland Sass? Da-na-na-na-na-na, the Knight of Wands. Let me read it out loud to you. Energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, impulsiveness. Well, cool deal, Holland Sass. You're hauling all right. That's like a picture of you, right? Doing your thing. Right on. Happy holiday. Wasn't Betty Boop from the 1930s?
Yeah, I believe she was. Yeah, she was. Or I already did that in the 50s, right? It was something like that.
Yeah, before both of us were born, for sure.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Marilyn Monroe too. I always thought she was beautiful.
Yeah, some like it hot.
That's a great movie.
I love it. I always liked Jack Lemmon and all his other movies.
Yeah. My dad used to watch them. My dad's favorite movie was Casablanca.
Oh yeah, cool.
Humphrey Bogart, and
Yeah.
So I grew up seeing Casablanca.
I bet you grew up watching Abbott and Costello also.
Yeah, a lot of war movies too. Because my dad was a Vietnam vet, so I at an early age I was watching like Platoon and Full Metal Jacket and like
Oh,
you know what I mean. But also like Rodney Dangerfield movies. Like I was watching
yeah,
I watched the movie Easy Money when I was like 8
Easy
years
Money.
old.
Yeah.
You remember that with Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, and Back to School is another good one. Anything with
Back to
Rodney.
School is hilarious. I love
Yeah.
that movie. Yeah, that was a great one. Yeah.
I'm not going to do my Rodney Dangerfield impression, but anyway, who's next, Rob?
Okay, the next one I feel really bad for, especially with right now because I think she's over in Ohio, and she says, Melly, she says, I think she's over in Akron. She says her furnace broke and they can't get the part till Monday. She could really use a reading. You know, just put some extra blankets on and make some coffee, Melly, and we'll channel some heat energy for you. You know, Michelle, if Michelle's in the chat, Michelle can send you some heat energy. You know. I don't know, or someone can, Anchor Haven, maybe both of them, they can team up and send you some heat energy, to warm up your body a little bit. Because I know it has to be cold. It's freezing here in Pittsburgh. So, if there's any way any of us can help you, like if you, like, just let me know. And, I don't know what I don't know. We'll figure something out, and I hope you're okay. That's just horrible to have to go through, I mean, I think the first thing I would do is go to Walgreens and buy a space heater, like that's probably a good idea. I don't know.
That's really rough. Anyway, I think the Tarot World probably has a helpful message here.
She's really nice. She said, "Thank you, Rob." She said, "I love you guys."
All right. The feeling's mutual. Right on. Okay. Well, here we go, Tarot World. My fingers are getting all warm now. First up, it's the Page of Swords. I'm going to actually read some of these out of the book. Anyway, that's a nice image. This is called the Old Style Tarot. Anyway, let me get my glass and look up the Page of Swords for you here. I wish it was the Page of Flames or something. The Page of Radiators. All right, Page of Swords.
The Page of Radiators. That's hilarious. That's a Page of Radiators. I know she would find that funny. That was pretty funny.
Laughter's the best medicine and maybe the best heater. So the Page of Swords says, this card represents thriving on new, exciting ideas. Staying curious and alert are integral to this. Swords suggest that ideas will flow in the form of verbal messages and communication. Oh, okay. Guess what? It's a tarot world saying, hey, here comes a message. So what is that message? Oh, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to read that one out of the book for you. You got an Ace of Pentacles. That's kind of cool. That's like walking into Vegas and the house hands you like chips to gamble with. Where are you, Pentacles?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah.
All right, Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity will soon arrive for you to increase your material wealth or health. Through driven actions, you can use it to manifest your goals. It sounds like they're even talking about manifesting heat, and they're bringing some tinder for the fire there. You can see some branches around that pentacle. Okay, here we go. Then the Eight of Pentacles shows up. Check out this guy. He's been to the gym. What's going on here? All right, anyway, the Eight of Pentacles talks about being determined and staying at it, being persistent. And then the Tower card shows up. Usually the Tower card says that, the bags of garbage that are piled up on the curb are all like kind of falling into the street a little bit there. It's all garbage anyway, the stuff that's falling down. No, forget about spilled milk. This is, stuff that needs to go on the ground so it can be swept up and moved out of the way so that you can move new stuff in. So here's your new message. There's a new opportunity coming in. So keep working at it. You're going to have to bust down probably the way you perceive the world around you. You change the way you perceive things, and all of a sudden you're finding things, that look fortunate or lucky. Anyway, what's the last card? Come on, give me a good card here. It's the Five of Cups. Okay, what a mixed message this guy is. All right, so the Five of Cups, there's someone who's miserable because three of the cups are on the ground. He's not even paying attention to the 2 cups he's got right behind him. And I would say he's like not even setting a good example for the kid. You're all focused on the negative thing there. Stand up. You got 2 hands. Grab those 2 cups. Those are perfectly good cups. Get in your boat, sail across the water, and have a nice day. Forget about those other 3 cups. You don't need them anymore. Remember, the tower came down. You can leave that behind. Go after your new project. It's a gift from the universe. All right. I hope that was inspirational. Thank you very much for inviting me to read. And stay warm.
Amazing. Yeah, but she said you're amazing. Your skill set is amazing, and then she said van life. I think she's doing van life. That's yeah. Wow. There's a lot of people doing van life nowadays. Like it seems to be a big thing. It's like the next is Michelle, the Earth Grid Rescue Mission, and thank you for donating, Michelle. That was really nice of you. Thank you to anybody who donated tonight. That's really nice of you guys. Michelle, we'll see what she says here. Or we'll see what the cards say for you.
Oh, okay. And I want to say thank you for donating, everybody. That's very nice at Thanksgiving. We all love Rob's platform. It's like a second home for all of us. So thanks very much. These, though, are for Earth Grid Rescue Mission. Well, you're going to get an extra card here, Earth Grid Rescue Mission. Right. These cards are for Earth Grid Rescue Mission. All right, it's all for entertainment purposes only. We're all having a good time here. Yay! The Wheel of Fortune. Well, let's pretend like you made a little winning there at the roulette table. It's the Wheel of Fortune. We're all feeling lucky the Friday after Thanksgiving. And then the 8 of Pentacles shows up and reminds us to keep on working, and we're doing a good job of working and being persistent and determined. In one way, you could say, keep making your own luck. Or another way you could say it is, we're lucky that we have this opportunity to work so hard at something we care about. That's part of our soul's path, for example. And then, hooray, the 9 of Pentacles shows up. Does this look a little bit like you? Is this like a picture of you, from when you were in college or something? I don't know. The 9 of Pentacles is the lady that says, enjoy the fruits of your labor. You worked really hard, and now you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's not just luck. It's a part of your destiny. That's the way the wheel is rolling for you. You were meant to do this. Yeah, look at you go. Here comes the Temperance card. I don't know what kind of magic you're casting, but that's amazing how the water travels from one cup to the other. But when you're an angel and you got wings like that, I guess you could do a lot of magic. It looks like magic to other people. You know what you're doing. And so the Page of Wands says, yeah, you know what you're doing. And also you have, you see limitless potential. You don't see any limits, and you shouldn't. And you got a lot of ability to keep on industriously applying yourself, because again, this is all set up for you to do. So whatever that is, I'm really getting entranced by the imagery on these cards. I'm not used to using these cards. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah, okay. So I was right. Here's another picture of you. Maybe this is an image of you in the mirror, the High Priestess. I suppose all these ideas may ring bells for you. I think I've said all I can say. The cards tell more than I do, right? Congratulations. You're on the right path. You're working in the right direction. Otherwise, these cards wouldn't conclude with the High Priestess. That's like having a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar dunk it. So anyway, way to go. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you. Thanks for inviting me to read.
That was amazing. That was really good. And you're really on fire tonight, Ray. Really, I think you are, honestly. The next one is Puck Elf, and Puck Elf's another. He does van life, and he's over in Australia.
Oh yeah. So Puck Elf is always he's always over at the Star Card Podcast too. I'm so happy to see him.
And again, if anybody wants a reading, just put your name in the chat and we'll get to you. You don't have to donate. Again, it's only optional. Like we don't want anybody to feel like they have to here. Just put your name in the chat if you need a reading, if you want a reading, and we'll get to you, whoever it is. And yeah, let me see here. Michelle said she's a high priestess in Egypt. I was like, oh, that's amazing. I think so. Your cards verified that. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Wow. All right, thanks very much for that feedback. I appreciate that. And now these cards are for Puck Elf, and he got a little taste before I started drawing. Anyway, I'm glad Puck Elf is here tonight. Here we go, Puck Elf. Great. The Two of Wands. You made a plan. The universe likes the plan. And the universe says, you got the green light, go. Watch this, Rob. Puck Elf has the most fun readings. There's always like a lot of drama. And sometimes he usually gets like a couple of queens too. Oh, it's the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there you go. The Queen of Wands is the zest for life lady. Go for it. Having fun. Then here is the Hierophant. He's the learning man. He also represents societal norms and social acceptance. Yeah. And then, wow. See, I told you. And then here's the Magician. So there's you got the green light, go. This lady, I don't know if this lady energy, this thing that draws your energy that looks like it's going to be like a lot of fun. You know a lot about it. So make your magic happen. The Queen of Wands here, it could be a passion for a woman, or it could be a passion for anything in a way. But you're just the guy because you know what to do to make magic happen. Of course. And then we conclude with, again, the Nine of Pentacles lady, the fruits of your labor. You have the experience, you have the tools. You're going to make that magic happen. Hey, Puck Elf, thanks for making me look good. Those are fun cards. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.
That was great. Are people? Is that Nine of Pentacles? Is that Nine of Pentacles coming up for a lot of people's readings tonight?
I think it was twice we saw it tonight. Did we see it more than twice? Maybe that happens, dude.
Yeah, because you know what I said. I said this a long time ago, and I truly feel like this, and I wonder if you feel the same way, Ray. I feel like a lot of the times, like when people gather in like groups like this online, like a lot of people are kind of going through like the same stuff and same life situations and similar problems or similar. I don't know. So like it's going to be similar. I don't know. What do you think?
I agree with you. I mean, I'm thinking just for fun, like mathematically, there's 8 billion people. I mean, we might have a lot of people tuning in now or even catching the recording later, but that ain't anywhere close to 8 billion. And so you got to have a different flavor for all the different flavors there are amongst our population. That's just like one take on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I'm looking for the next one. Let me see here. Oh, Flix Love. Flix Love's next. It gives you time to take a drink. Yeah. Flix Love says, Tara, about another new project, please.
Okay. Got it. Tarot for, okay. Well, how about we just say Flix Love the next project, right? Because it sounds like that idea is about to come in. Let's learn more about this next project.
Real quick, while you're shuffling or whatever, Matthew Morning is in the chat. He says 9 of Pentacles is a really good time for most in all reality. I thought that was
cool. Well, yeah, he's the master. We want to hear from him. That's cool. Thanks, Matthew. You created a monster, Matthew. All right, but these cards are for Flix Love's new project. Yeah, thanks a lot, Matthew. Look at me go. You changed my life. I do this stuff.
He really did. Like, I remember taking that class with you, and I feel bad because like I couldn't concentrate because I had a bad entity attachment at the time. But I still have all the classes in my email. Like, I can go back and like read, watch them now that I have like, that I'm okay. Like, but during the time when I took that class, like I was going through hell. I was going through absolute hell. Like, I still don't know what it was, but I mean, I have an idea. But it's just like, I'm glad you got a lot out of it, Ray. And like it set you in motion. You're throwing tarot like a pro,
Right, like a pro. Right, exactly. Not quite pro yet, but I brought the camera up. Flix Love's cards are ready, but I just want to say, I want to tell you how thankful I am and how boring my life would probably be if I didn't learn. Right. Anyway, so I want to keep it going. I got Flix Love some cards. Thanks so much, Rob. Thank you, and thanks, Matthew, and thanks everybody for inviting me to read. I love the practice. Flix Love, shows up at Star Card and she gets readings. Here we go. This is about the new project. The Four of Wands says, whoa, wait a second. Four of Wands. Yeah, this is the homecoming card. Right. The new project is coming in and there's reason to celebrate. It's kind of like you're waiting at the gate and someone's getting off the plane. Here comes your new project. It's like the grandparents are, I mean, I know you're not in the United States, but the grandparents are coming off the plane for Thanksgiving holiday. We're all happy to see them. Here comes a new project, Flicks Love. The Ace of Swords. All right. It's the beginning of something, has something to do with the truth. And that means I better get the book out. Nice. Ace of Swords. This card signifies a breakthrough of ideas and having the mental clarity to carry them out. Here comes the homecoming of the new idea that you'll have no problem carrying out. And the Emperor says that you're totally in control of it. Well, we'll come back to this because what is the idea, right? You're in control of the idea. And the Three of Swords says, well, it suggests to me, Three of Swords talks about heartache, but it suggests to me that it's going to be built on something that might have been a heartache in the past, right? It's going to be another example of someone using healing to create something that helps others. For example, I mean, how many times have we heard that kind of story? Not to say that yours isn't going to be wonderful and unique. It is. It can only be unique because only you have your experiences that you can turn into something positive for others who are going through the same kinds of things. And you have, like Rob, you have like a platform that you can use. And you already have a huge crowd of friends. Everybody knows you and loves you, Flicks Love. Flicks Love, indeed. Here come your other two cards. Oh, yeah, who loves you, baby? It's the Star card. Be rejuvenated. Be inspired. When you're looking to be inspired, when like you're going to be constantly inspired, all of a sudden, all the ideas come shining in. There you go. I mean, if we're just going to go intuitively, be inspired. And then, yes, you will be inspired. The old magic act of manifestation. Imagine that it's here and then it's here. Well, you're totally in control of how inspired you want to be. And then the Seven of Swords says there's something hidden. Yeah, I know. We still don't know exactly what the idea is, but your clue is the Three of Swords. I hope I helped a little bit. It was fun for me to tell the story, Flicks Love. Everybody can check out my email address at StarCard Podcasting, including Flicks Love. I'll help clarify with another reading. If I can help, I'm happy to help. Thanks again, Flicks Love.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so we ran out of people. Would anybody else like a reading? Or maybe let me see here. Thanks for telling me about that, Isaac. I got to listen to that DJ Premier Nas. That sounds good. Yeah. If anybody would like a reading, again, you don't have to donate. It's only optional. If anybody would like to have a reading, put your name in the chat now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. No, we have time. It's only 7:47. Psychic Duck is coming on for another hour, so we definitely have some time. So if anybody would like a reading, if you want to, Ray, you can read me. While we're waiting for someone to, what I mean. I'd love the reading.
I'd be happy to do it, but maybe we could make it as precise as you want. Is there a particular subject that you want me to explore with the tarot cards?
I met someone new recently, and I'm wondering about my love life.
Okay, I'm happy to throw cards for that. Just so long as we all understand that it's for entertainment purposes only. And as I say at my own Star Card podcast, I'm not the person to ask about romance and affairs and things, but the tarot world will have his own take on it. And again, who are you really listening to? Some guy on the internet. So it's all for entertainment purposes only. But anyway, let's go downstairs and get Rob some cards.
Thanks, Night Captain, for raiding the stream on Rumble. That was really nice of you. You know, I got to learn how to do that. So for the Rumble Creator Program, they're setting a new parameter. I got to do 5 raids per month now, Night Captain. So maybe you can help me with that. I know this is the guy who has the Art Bell channel on Rumble. He also has this channel, Night Captain. Subscribe to him on his Art Bell channel. It's amazing. And subscribe to him on Night Captain. But like Night Cap, I got to get with you and find out how to do Rumble raids, because for the creator program next month, I have to do 5 raids. So thank you for raiding the stream. And if you could get with me, like, I want to learn how to do a raid. I think it's easy, but like, you know, I don't know. You know, I got to figure that out. That's one of the stipulations I have to do for the creator program next month. They just hit me with that the other day, and I'm like, oh man, that's wonderful. But thank you again for raiding the stream. I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad for anybody you brought with you. And if anybody would like a reading, put your name in the chat. You know, I'll start checking the Rumble chat too. You don't have to donate. It's only optional for the new people that joined us on Rumble. And yeah, just put your name in the chat if you want a reading, and we'll get to you. And yeah, sorry, Ray. I didn't mean to, you know.
No, no problem, Rob. That's pretty fascinating stuff. I don't even know what a raid is.
A raid is like when you're on your live stream, like say we're on our live stream now, and then I go to another person. I send my audience to another person's live stream after it. You raid their stream. But I don't even know enough people on Rumble to like raid their streams. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know, you know, like I don't get to watch a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I'm always so busy. You know, I got to figure it out. I'll figure it out. I figure out the stipulations every month. There's different stipulations every month for the creator program. It's kind of, sorry.
Dude, it's like anything. It's like it's all for everybody else on the outside. It looks glamorous, but dude, you're like making sausage. It's a grind sometimes. Anyway, I was shuffling the cards, Rob, thinking about your romantic situation, and this card popped up, you know, right out of the deck. So it was the Ace of Cups. And the reason why I'm pointing it out is because when you hear about the Ace of Cups, it pretty much echoes what your question was. So let's look up the Ace of Cups again, or for the first time. Ace of Cups. The universe gives the gift of love. This can be through a relationship or self-love. The overflow of love can inspire creativity or new beginnings. And then an additional message about relationships. This card signals the start of a new relationship or a deeper connection within an existing one. All right. So I'm not trying to tease, but the Ace of Cups is saying you might be getting an early Valentine's, maybe with the holiday coming up here. And then the Four of Wands says, check it out. It's a homecoming. And, you know, all these ladies are celebrating. So there's a new love coming in. Rob, I sound like such a sappy YouTuber right now, but that's what these cards look like. There's a new love coming in. But don't forget, they said something about self-love, but, you know, I guess in the spirit world, self-love and, you know, love with someone else, you know, it just from a spiritual standpoint, it's still love. It's still love. Who else is going to love you if you don't? Anyway, the Knight of Wands says charge, and I like this card because it is like the horse is riding through a fire. It looks like it's exploding. That's pretty cool. And that's a very masculine figure up on that horse there. So the drama is building up here, Rob. And the Three of Wands talks about foresight and planning. I like to say that the Three of Wands says luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So just as an example, Rob, and I know you know, like I'm relationship free. I'm like the last guy to give advice. But one thing I do is like I'm always ready mentally when the camera gets turned on. I'm even wearing a tie, right? So I got my act together. And what I'm suggesting is like whatever it is, whatever your best is that you plan to show people. Well, you know this because you're on camera also, and you know you press the flesh when you're in public meetings and things. But it's all about planning. You know, having a business card handy, having those one-liners to go, the icebreakers. I'm not sure. Well, what other icebreaker do you need? I'm Rob Khalil. I'm the host of Typical Skeptic Podcast. If you can't get along with that, maybe it's not a match made in heaven. Anyway, here comes the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about Giving and receiving. No, that's Pentacles. Six of Cups is happy memories and nostalgia. Okay. Then the Ace of Pentacles, we just saw this one. It's another new opportunity. And the Emperor, that sounds like you being in control. We're focused on romance. So let me try one more time here. There's a new love coming in. It's coming in fast, and it looks like maybe you did plan for it. I mean, maybe that's what's happening.
Well, it's weird. We've been friends for like a year, and then it turned into this just recently, and it was like neither of us planned for it, and like it kind of came out of nowhere and hit us both. I'm just gonna say who it is. I think everybody knows, or everybody has a clue. It's Michelle. It's the Earth Grid Rescue Mission. It's Michelle.
Oh,
and I care about it an absolute lot. Like it's like like before any of this feeling started happening, she was like one of my best friends. Like. I introduced Michelle to the community because she contacted me when Renetta died. And then, she kind of started doing podcasts and she kind of made her way. And she's like, she's also got amazing information too. You know what I mean? She's really intelligent, and she's not just intelligent, but she's like, she really knows like all these conspiracy topics really well. That I like that about her, but so I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. So, I mean, it's like, I guess the cat's out of the bag,
Well, congratulations, and it just shows how brave you are, to share something like that with the whole world. And I'm sure everyone's very happy to hear about it. I know I am too. We're all rooting everybody on. We're all on the same team.
Yeah.
So I don't know how close we came with your tarot reading. Thank you very much for sharing that, Rob. Anyway, it looks like there's some happy memories you've already built up. You've already established something, and it's created a bright, glowing orb of Ace of Pentacles, and it looks like everything's under control. Anyway, again, good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Ray. That was an amazing reading. You're really good. You're like really good.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I know you see hundreds of tarot card readers.
And let me see. This next one is from Jonathan, pushing buttons, and he donated. Thank you, Jonathan, and it's good to see you here. Jonathan's. He's been watching my show. Like people like Jonathan and Isaac, they're both in the chat now. They've been watching my show for a long time. They were on with the old channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they've been supporting for a long time. So it's always good to see those guys in the chat. They're always welcome here, and they're good friends. So
yeah. Cool. I just both ASIC and I remember pushing buttons too. Like when I was first coming on your show, like July 4th, I remember pushing buttons was making comments and participating. So great to see pushing buttons again. And thanks very much for asking me to read. Let's throw some cards for you, pushing buttons. A fun inspirational message. That'd be great. These cards are for pushing buttons. Wow. That was big news, Rob. Anyway, but these cards are for pushing buttons. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm giving you one more. All right, first up, it's the Two of Swords. You're at the crossroads. Perhaps there's a decision to be made, but you don't have all the information just yet. Nevertheless, you do have a sword in each hand. And so whatever the situation is, you'll be ready for it. Wow. The Two of Swords says you don't have all the information yet, but then the next card is the Hangman. And the Hangman says, take a look at things differently. Maybe the information's sitting right in front of you. And, if you take another look around from a different perspective, you'll find what you're looking for, whatever you need. And then you can therefore proceed, and charge energetically with the Knight of Wands. Let's go ahead and read about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. It is time for the knight to charge forward with his ideas and goals. With passion and enthusiasm, he is pushing forward. That person can be you. And it also says here about a career, you may be eager to take on a new project or responsibility. Use that excitement to move towards success. So, some people might not see the opportunity, but you're going to look at things differently, probably with your intuition and your third eye, and you'll come upon the solution, and then you're going to go after it. That sounds awesome. And then, sweet, the Queen of Wands is encouraging you to have a zest for life and go for it and enjoy it. It's like you got promoted up to the big leagues. Yeah, bring it. Have fun. Well, you got 2 queens in a row. Wow, look at that. The Queen of Cups shows up. The Queen of Cups is the empathic, caring person. Wow. And then, the universe is giving out aces of pentacles tonight like crazy. Here's another ace of pentacles. Sounds like there's going to be like a new relationship, a new rewarding relationship on the horizon for you. And maybe that's tied into this little drama, which I thought sounded like a career. But I don't know what your mission is or your objective is. But go for it. Have fun. Right on. Push the buttons. Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're really good. Let me see. I'm going to check the Rumble chat to see if anybody from Rumble wanted a reading, because I haven't been keeping up with that. Like, it comes over on the main StreamYard feed, but like I never see. It's hard to check it. And guys, anybody that's tuned in now, I will be live again at 9 p.m. Eastern. The Psychic Duck's coming back on. It's the return of the Psychic Duck, so it's a great night to have Ray and the Psychic Duck on tonight. And it's just going to be awesome. Let me see here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Psychic Duck. Rob knows this. In my book called The Convoluted Autobiography, which is back there in the corner, if you go to Star Card Podcast and click on one of my videos and check the description, the links are right there. But there's 2 chapters of conversations I've had with the Psychic Duck that, relate to everything in my life. So I just want to say she's amazing. She was like, when I talked to the Psychic Duck, she was telling me stuff that I wrote in my journal when I was in my 20s, which was like almost 40 years ago. And then, she was talking about things that were happening right now at the same time. So congratulations. You really got to, I imagine part of it is being born that way, but you really got to practice and hone that gift to do what Psychic Duck does. That's my opinion. Thank you, Psychic Duck. Have a good time tonight.
Okay. And guys, I'll go follow Ray over at the Star Card Podcast. He does readings every day. And we got someone from Rumble that wants a reading, Homer Jr. Let me see if I can pull up his avatar here. I think he put a thing in the chat. So let me see here. Okay. He says he needs a reading to make sure his surgery stitches don't get infected. Oh, what kind of surgery did you have? I'd like to know. It's always interesting. Like, I hope you're okay.
Right.
That's nothing to play around with,
I think you're already on the right path, because you're imagining and thinking about a clean, uninfected wound and speedy healing. You're channeling those kinds of energies. You can command your aura to send extra energy to that area. It'd be great to have organite and things like that. Again, I'm no doctor. I'm not giving any kind of medical advice, but I'm saying that all I got is my imagination and my aura and my energy. I'm going to use it and aim health at my area of need. Anyway, let's get you some helpful cards here, Homer Jr. I appreciate you inviting me to read. These cards are for Homer Jr. It's all about healing. Here we go. For helping Homer Jr., please. Here we go.
He says he got a deep cut under the right shoulder blade on the back. He said he put a tea tree on it. That's good, yeah. Muscle was exposed, he said. Holy shit.
Wow.
He must work outside or something.
All right. Here we go. I hope it's helpful. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, that's one of my favorite ladies. She's the one that says, you were right. So either already the correct way to go, Or if you remember, I was kind of like praying while I was shuffling the cards, and I was talking about, sending energy towards that area to heal. Maybe the tarot world is confirming, yeah, you're right, Breakaway Ray. That's a good idea. If all you got your imagination, you can start there. But again, this could be all over on your side. You were right to begin with. You're already on the right path. That's what the Queen of Swords is saying. Yeah. The Star card says that you're in the process of rejuvenation, and you have hope, and you are inspired. You're using your imagination already in that regard. And it's also as a double message saying, yeah, you were right, Breakaway Ray, because I'm the host of Star Card. So I guess it's confirmation bias, Homer Jr. Maybe if I make you laugh, laughter is the best medicine. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, the Sun card says that everything is going to be all right. And then don't forget, Homer Jr., sunlight is the best disinfectant. Remember, you may be cooped up, but that doesn't mean you can't imagine sunlight where you need it. Oh, what a beautiful card. These are all beautiful cards. Nice. And then the Four of Swords, check it out, dude. The tarot world is totally here. The Four of Swords is another card about rejuvenation and healing. Take some time out, meditate, rest, and rejuvenate. So you got these two cards about rejuvenation. The Sun saying everything's going to be all right. You're rejuvenating. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. All right, here's your medicine. This is like, here's the prescription, okay? Be inspired, get some sun, get some rest. The Three of Wands says, look to the future, plan ahead. The Three of Wands is the card that says luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So if you already imagine, how you want yourself to be healed, you'll start getting things set up little by little so that you're ready for that day, as you go through therapy, as I imagine that might be happening. I'm imagining. It's all my imagination. And then the Hangman says, oh, check that out. The Hangman says, take a look at things in a different way. We can hear all kinds of strategies and prescriptions from various kinds of medicinal practitioners. And, I guess it's worthwhile to scope around at all the different ways besides what people might call traditional medicine. Take a look at things that are not traditional as you make your plan for the future. I'm guessing they're saying something like, watch your diet, watch your environs. Maybe there's something, not that you've been contaminated. I understand it's a different kind of an injury, but anyway, you're off to a good start. You were right to ask. You're rejuvenating, you're being inspired, you're aiming, healing where you need it. The sun is shining and it's on your side. It's brightening the sky while you heal and rejuvenate. You have a plan for the way things are going to be in the future. Good luck. Okay, great. I see we already have another customer.
Yeah, I'm just going to get him a reading because I love his, we can give him a reading. I love his picture. He has a picture of Art Bell with the Santa hat on. That's hilarious. Like, I don't know if he did that with AI or if that's a real picture of Art Bell, but I love it. Like, do you have a question, Art Bell fan? We'll get you a reading. That's an amazing picture. I'd like to get one of that. That's amazing.
That is pretty cool. That made me smile. Cool deal. All right, Art Bell fan, let's get you a reading. Ho ho ho. You're on the air.
That's what I did last night, Ray. I had a 3-hour call-in show. It was awesome. It went really well. We had like 6 or 7 or 8 people call in, and it went 3 hours long. And it was some really interesting calls. I had to take it down off YouTube though because it was too sensitive for YouTube. But but I wish I could have kept it up on YouTube. But I just couldn't. I don't want to take a chance.
Well, yeah, don't take a chance, but you know what? You have it set up on your community board where people know that they can click on that link and go see it on Rumble. That's like unique programming, dude. So, yeah. Anyway, so it's not lost. It's just over on Rumble. It's a couple of clicks away. So
that's a good point. Thanks, Ray. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, here you go, Art Bell fan. You made us smile. Let's make you smile with some cool tarot cards. Justice, cause and effect. Something's righteous. You deserve it. Yay. It's my calling card. It's the star card. Be inspired. Have hope. Have hope. The good guys are on the way. Here comes the cavalry. The King of Wands. This is the guy that overcomes all the obstacles. So he sees the problem and he doesn't have a problem. Let's read about the King of Wands. So why am I stammering? So check it out, everybody. I like using these cards because it has the words right on the card. So, it sounds like I'm grooving sometimes, but then I get held up a little bit. So I'm going to go to the book now because this has a different sound than what it says on the cards. Anyway, we're looking up the King of Wands. Let's hear from the book. King of Wands. The king may not be the most creative, but he is an expert at taking an idea and turning it into reality. He is a leader that takes authoritative action to mobilize others toward a goal. Yeah. It may not be the most precise. He's going to be more like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and not so much the Jason Statham when it comes to solving problems.
I love that. That's hilarious. Like that's great. That's a great analogy.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. You're a great audience, Rob. And then to finish this sentence for Art Bell fan, it's the Six of Pentacles, and this is the giving and receiving card. So righteousness is on the way, so have hope, be inspired. Your obstacles are going to be overcome, and it doesn't have to be pretty. And not only that, you've got some giving and taking going on, so there's some kind of partnership going on. Let's finish off with these two cards. Wow, sweet. You got the Hermit card paired up with the Sun card. So the Hermit card says, you're alone, you're turning inward, you're examining your subconscious. And the Sun card is saying, that's right, the sun is shining, all is well, follow your intuition. It may not look like the justice that we would want to see on television or in the real world, but karma can be an instant transmogrification. I made up that word. A transition, a transformation. That's the word. It can be karma is an instant transformation. Did you get did some bird poop on your windshield and it wasn't destined by the universe for that to happen? Well, then guess what? Someone's going to clean your path, and that's your karmic justice right there. I'm talking tiny scale, but anyway, you got it all going on. Art Bell fan. It's a great avatar, and thanks for inviting me to read. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think maybe we do a couple more, Ray. What do you think? Like, are you?
Yeah, sure. No, keep me as long as you want. I don't want to go into Psychic Duck's time. You'll have to kick me off the air. I'm going to leave. I want Psychic Duck to be punctual. I want to see her too.
The next one we got is a awesome fan from I think SCK. That's over in Switzerland or Sweden, and I can tell that's a Swedish kroner. I think that monetary denomination, but it's Dr. Rustemi. And Dr. Rustemi, I know for a fact that he loves the shows I do with Nathan Sizek. He's a big fan of Nathan Sizek, and I'm glad to have you here, Doc. And I always love when he's in the chat. And thank you for donating. And let me see if he had a question. He didn't put it that he had a question. Let me see here. I get maybe you can just kind of go, Ray, and if he says it, I'll bring it up.
Sure. Hey, it's a pleasure, Doctor. Thank you very much for inviting me to read, and thanks for your donation. That's pretty cool.
And Art Belfin said, I just want to read you this real quick. He says, getting the bird while you're shuffling. He says, getting some bird poop cleaned up sounds good to me. Oh, he says, thanks for the reading.
All right, cool. Yeah, happy holidays. Nice. All right, now back to the doctor. Here we go.
Yeah, back to Dr. Rustemi. I'll put his name back up on the board.
All right, so this might actually be a picture of the doctor. It's the King of Swords. He's an authority, and he has elevated knowledge, and he sees things clearly. He has mental clarity. But again, there's some kind of authority involved. Like if everyone's like standing around, they don't know what to do. This is the guy they're going to ask, what do we do? He would know. And then, wow, sweet. You got the Ace of Swords. Now I'm going to go to the book. So the King of Swords followed by the Ace of Swords. Let's check that out. The Ace of Swords This card signifies a breakthrough of ideas and having the mental clarity to carry them out. Yeah, who else is going to have the breakthrough of an idea besides the King of Swords? He has the mental clarity. You're all set for some kind of like download or something. Whoa. Well, okay. It's the Lover's card, which it can connote a romance, but also the Lover's. I said download right before I flipped the card over, right? And to me, the Lover's card talks about the spirit world being right here. The invisible world, even the Akashic record, the vibratory field is all around us. So yeah, maybe you're about to create something together with the help of the spirit worlds. Something special is going on. You guys are on the right path. It's all swords, mental clarity, truth. The Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork and collaboration. All right, again, maybe you're collaborating with the spirit world. Maybe you also have some friends down here on surface planet Earth. Either way, it sounds like there's some good work going on here. And then the Six of Pentacles. This is the giving and receiving card. You're building a team. Great. And if this team has something to do with the Lovers and it's a romantic thing, hey, congratulations. Anyway, moving on, the Seven of Wands talks about there being challenges, but also that you can handle all the challenges. Back to my Jason Statham idea, this guy is up on a hill and he's got the higher ground. He can fend off the other six wands. So another case where someone's like the right guy to be in charge. And then the High Priestess, check that out. That's a real message from the spirit world. She talks about the magic of the subconscious. Overcome all your challenges by following your intuition. It works if you use the tarot world, if you use the spirit world, if you use intuition. Now that your mind is clear, you've worked on it, you've cleared out all the garbage, you've deprogrammed, you're all ready for the messages and the teamwork with the spirit world, and now you can overcome any obstacle just by consulting your spiritual team. Bam! Thanks, Doctor. That was fun.
That was amazing. And does anybody else want a reading before we finish up for tonight? Because that was we can probably do one more maybe or something, and then I'll start getting ready at 9 p.m. Psychic Ducks. So let me see here. I see Kay McMahon's in the chat now. Hi, Kay. A lot of people are just stopping in. It's the Andromedan.
Yay!
Andromedan. And I'm going to go to the bathroom while you give the Andromedan a reading, but I'm going to mute my microphone because everybody says they can hear me taking a leak every time I go to the bathroom. So I'll mute.
All right. Have a nice trip. All right. Good to see you, the Andromedan. I was wondering if I would see you tonight. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call Rob Robbie before. I wonder if we should make that a thing, or is that a thing? I need to pay attention. Anyway, let's get the Andromedan some cards. You know me, I'm all about those fun, inspirational messages. Here we go, Tarot World. Our friend the Andromedan is all ready for your message. Don't forget to join me, everybody, at Star Card Podcast. Here we go. These cards are for the Andromedan. These cards are for the Andromedan. All right. We're having fun now. The light fixed. That's cool. First up, the King of Pentacles. Where's that book? The King of Pentacles. The king is you or a person in your life who develops a plan and leads the charge in projects. Thoughtful and methodical, his success brings wealth to himself and those around him. He's like the Magic Johnson of the spirit world. He's so good, he makes all the other players on his team awesome. Yeah, and the High Priestess says that there's a connection to the spirit world, one with authority, one who understands the spirit world. Someone who is empowering, including to others, has a strong connection to the spirit world. Yeah, and the Queen of Wands says that person should have a zest for life, be determined, be courageous, and enjoy it. And the Seven of Wands says that you can overcome all those challenges. I guess, again, my name's Breakaway Ray. I like to be inspired, right? So if you're inspired, you can overcome all your challenges. You can choose to be inspired. The Page of Swords. Well, let's read about the Page of Swords. I like this card. Let me show this to everybody. The Page of Swords, I like it because it looks like the kid's coming downstairs on Christmas morning. Looks like he's in his pajamas, right? All right. Page of Swords, I think that's a new way of communicating. Here we go. This card represents thriving on new, exciting ideas. Staying curious and alert are integral to this. Swords suggest that ideas will flow in the form of verbal messages and communication. And then the King of Swords says that you have mental clarity. Well, the King of Swords, we're right here. Let's check it out. Rely on your intelligence and logic in making any big decisions. The King also encourages you to tap into your inner power to reach your goals. Well, here's your inner power, the High Priestess. Your intuition knows, your higher self knows. And then the Ten of Swords says, hooray, it's the end of a painful episode. So, take this opportunity while you're in a groove to make things happen, to wrap things up, to close things that you don't need to deal with anymore. And you'll know which ones they are by following your intuition. Anyway, I don't want to get too carried away, but I do want to wish you a lot of luck. Again, it's good to see you. Thanks for inviting me to read. Welcome to the Typical Star Card Podcast. I'm not actually looking at the chat. I'm going to see it tomorrow morning when I watch the show with the chat. So I can't even entertain any questions. But let's see.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm back. Ray, I was back.
Oh,
I forgot to open up my camera. I forgot to, that was great with me. I was like, that was great. The Typical Star Card Podcast. I like that.
Yeah. That's cool.
I guess that's it for tonight, Ray. I mean, and just everybody says, well done, Ray. I mean, it was pretty amazing,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Rob, and everybody. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. It's great to see everybody. I look forward to coming out next month. And if you want to catch more Breakaway Ray, look me up at Star Card Podcast. Rob, thanks for this opportunity. Even my own podcast, I owe it to you. So thanks for giving me my start.
Well, how about your books too? You have 2 books out, right?
So yeah, I've got one, but they're both back there. Let's see if you can see them under the tree. One is Let's Go Off Planet with Breakaway Ray by R. Snow. And the other one is The Convoluted Autobiography. And that's the one where a good percentage of the book is my dialogues with the psychic duck. Again, I'm so excited. I don't have to go anywhere. When I leave the meeting, I'm going to leave the computer on. I'm going to come sit down with my jammies and watch the psychic duck. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, she's in that book too, as well as Psychic Liz Cross. She's in the epilogue, and Sean Bond is in that book. That's what I did. I hired them. I had crises in my life. I was trying to figure out what's going on, and they were helping me out. They taught me a lot of things. And then I transcribed it. I didn't have an artificial intelligence or some kind of tool do it. I sat down, I pressed the recording, and I typed it out with my fingers. And it took like a week for some of these dialogues. But anyway, they're in the book. It goes along with my transition from my previous career to whatever it is that's going on right now. Thanks for asking me about my books, Rob. I appreciate your promotion.
And they can get those on Amazon, right?
That's right. And again, if you go to Star Card Podcast, I'm going to say more than 90% of the videos have a description. And in the description, the books are linked there. They're always linked there. And guess what? I just started an LLC, Rob. I don't want to misstate the name. I don't remember the name I picked. But I just started an LLC, and so I'm going to do one of those little buttons, one of those buy me a cup of coffee things, like you already have. But it's the first time I'm doing it, is what I'm saying. I'm like this far away from getting it going. If people ever want to, I'm not doing this. This is not what I expect to sustain me. But if people nevertheless want to, tip me, that does help with the infrastructure, as Rob knows. It costs money for subscriptions and, all the stuff you do just when you're trying to broadcast. But it's so much fun, especially with the tarot cards, Rob. I get to help people. It's unbelievable. As you know, I get feedback that says, yeah, you made things pretty clear there. Breakaway Ray, thank you very much. It's a miracle. I don't know. I'm helping people all around the world. I don't know any of them. I don't even know what they look like. They're just like little names in the chat, right?
Yeah. But they're amazing. They're all, that's how it is. That's why I like the reach of YouTube, because YouTube is really international. We have people watching from Australia, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, Africa, the Middle East, like Israel, England, the United Kingdom, Ireland,
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I like, about YouTube is it has reach, it definitely has reach. It's, yeah, but, yeah, well, this was amazing, Ray. And guys, stick around. Well, it'll be on a different link, but I'll be live again in about 35 minutes with the Psychic Duck. Everybody loves the Psychic Duck.
Yeah.
She's a real hit. And, she'll be doing readings too. And expect to have your mind blown, because she'll, yeah. And Andromeda says, does anyone know the real name of the Psychic Duck? No one knows Andromeda. We can't tell. If anybody does know, they can't tell because, she doesn't want her persona being known. I'm sorry. It's just better for that right now. So,
I want to say officially, I don't know. I honestly don't know. To me, she's just a Psychic Duck. She's just a duck puppet. That's all I know. But anyway, I don't know who it is. If someone knows, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I know. I obviously know who it is, but I mean, I can't tell. You know what I mean?
No,
I got to respect. She wants her privacy, and that's
right.
I think that's great. That she wants to, be like that. And yeah, but she's amazing, and she'll be up next, guys. And I'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern. And thank you, Ray, and thank you, everybody. And I'll see you soon.
All right, thanks a lot.